Alright, I'm going to bed.
Night,
Okay.
Mom.
Good night, peoples.
Good night. Yeah, you on it. Sleep well.
I'll try. My wife thinking.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hang on. I got
No,
this.
I'm. So, hold on. Give me 2
You should
seconds.
go into bed.
Hello?
She going to eat.
Ed, please. Do you want me to just drive you home at least so you don't have to walk? No. Oh, okay.
Do you want to take the R34?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Hey, love you, good night. See you
Okay.
home.
Good night.
A woman looks like she has.
You some ungroomed sheepdog with hair over your eyes.
I know. So you okay?
Yeah, I'm actually fine.
She said walking around in pain.
Oh, please. You don't get to lecture me on walking around in pain.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Reyna, would you feel better if I said she's gonna be okay?
I'm not worried about her walking home.
I know. The statement still stands.
Get in the car, gal.
Guess I'm skateboarding home.
I don't know if she's gonna go. I know where we're going.
Ma, where are you taking Gal?
Huh?
Where are you taking Gal?
Why is she so worried? What am I gonna do? Just say you need a ride or something.
We'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm headed to bed, so I was gonna give her a hug.
And fuck.
You want to go back and give her a hug? I can chill.
Not the Hakachu. Should you even be riding a bike with a broken hip?
Only fractured.
Oh. Oops, I sent 2. My bad.
It's okay. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Joey. Stay safe.
Okay, it's gonna take like 8 years, so just wait.
I was gonna. Oh,
Yep.
I
Are you
think
stuck?
I might have stuck myself. Hold on. Oh, thank you. I was gonna say, ever the oasis. You know, I paid to have my house decorated, and it still doesn't hold a candle to anything you or Imogen do.
Okay. God, I wish I didn't have my job that I did. I fucking hate it here. I built us this room recently. I just finished it today, actually.
Is this where the fire happened?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, I just made this whole thing.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah, I kind of bopped off.
I was gonna say, I remember when we were putting this, at least the framework of this together, it looks like you really went all in on it, though. That's so pretty.
Yeah, I've been here way too long in the last 24 hours.
It's been your hyperfixation.
Yeah, well, I was also at the point of I didn't want to be out on duty, endanger other officers, and I didn't want to be on duty outside to endanger my family, since I'm his sole focus. So, unfortunately, I'm the lesser of 2 evils, I guess. And then I finished this as well. And then I need a lot of furniture for walls, but I have this started at least in the main room.
I'm gonna say, you're very creative with your furniture. It leaves me in awe.
I need to make walls, but this is the
God,
baseline.
Never would have guessed it was buried in plants like a month ago.
Right?
That's actually really cute. You have like the man coming out of the wall.
I think Ed did that because that was not there when I left here today.
That's still pretty clever. It looks pretty neat. I saw an interesting I saw some interesting art using a mannequin today.
Yeah?
Yeah, some very unique taste that someone chose to decorate their house.
Mm-hmm. With a mannequin?
And a few whips and a katana.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, it was very, very unique. I've never seen anything like it. And I don't know what they were going for. But unique is the best word I've got.
Very good.
It's one of those things you look at and you're like, ah, yes, that was a choice.
I need like 2 seconds.
Take your time.
Okay. Okay. So usually when how do I speak English? I don't know. I have this weird thing where I get anxiety and then I don't want to stay in one spot. And you're just the person I happen to be like, nah, I'm grabbing you.
Fair enough.
I know I have a cushy mandated reporting job. I know it creates issues. I'm not saying it doesn't. I obviously am not stupid. But I obviously cannot legally comment on things.
Sure. You know, realistically speaking, and I don't speak in regards to anything in specific, but if it makes it easier for me to turn myself in for things, I will happily do so.
No. The colonel said it was you, and I didn't disagree, so.
Now it's my turn to say for legal reasons I can't comment. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yup.
Imogen told me you got shot at today.
Yes.
She also told me you were wearing a vest, which is a good thing.
I put the vest on, knowing I was going to pop on around, but I had an employee there, Kermis, and I didn't want to, like, leave him alone. Because my business has been fucked with, like, twice in 2 days. So I put on a vest and I was there. He drives by on a Sanchez, and then we were just talking, and Rika was talking about me getting a co-owner. We've been trying to lay low, but then Joey bleated out, like, come gets food from Mom and I at Chopsticks, so I was pissed off that she just went, yeah, this is my mom, after he's already sniffing around the Callahan Shaw name. Putting a face on Imogen's name. And, oh, it made me so frustrated. I walked outside, and then he drove by and shot. With the rest of it, while we were in a group, standing out there. He shot at me yesterday. It was a miss. I had Sanders there, actually. He went, what the fuck? And then he chased after him. He shot twice, actually. He shot the door open at Puppy Run. And then I called 911, got forensics there. And then, while I was standing there, he tried to shoot my head off, driving by. Obviously, I wasn't seeking it out. That's not my intention. It was more so, I knew that they were there, and I knew that my family was across the street. And I had Ed with me, and I wasn't worried. I had a vest on, tucked under my turtleneck. It was a small one, nothing worth anything, really. But I knew that if I was at least clocked in across the street, he'd at least leave Chopsticks alone, and my biggest concern is my wife.
Understandably.
So, I wanted to make sure Kermis was okay. And I wasn't gonna let him sit at the gym alone.
You're her biggest concern too, you know.
Yeah, I know she does a lot of things that for my sake when she shouldn't, because I just need to hear it sometimes.
I admire the fact that you two would probably do just about anything for the other.
Yeah, I know, but she's mad. I can tell she's mad. She's pissed off. But she's not saying anything. And I need her to just yell it at him. Let it go. Let it out. So I can just, like, move on. Because it's stressing me out. She's just not saying anything.
Have you invited her to yell at you?
Yep. I called her across the street to Pump and Run right after it happened. And I was like, how are you? What are you feeling? And she's like, I'm fucking mad. I'm frustrated. She said she was frustrated or annoyed or something or irritated. She said something like that. And I said, okay, let it out. And then she went on a little bit of a tangent and then stopped herself. I could tell she stopped herself. I could tell she's mad. She walked off and hung up by herself, which is okay. But
Do you want her to yell at you for you or for her?
for her, she's mad. When people are mad, it's usually they yell, right?
I mean, there are people who, when they are mad, they yell, yes. There are also people who, when they are mad, they know what they are prone to do when they are mad. And they don't want to do that.
I don't know. I don't really get mad very much. I get annoyed and irritated, but I don't get mad, so I don't really know.
Yeah, I didn't used to get mad either. Funny enough, that's actually something I was just talking to Imogen about, was the fact that I spent most of my life not getting mad and understanding why everyone did everything.
Yeah, that sounds like me right now.
And I don't think I've lost that part of me, but I've definitely found a part of me that doesn't feel nearly as much guilt getting angry.
I don't know. Rico's mad at Rich or something or other that happened at the same time. They both went to bed because they were annoyed. Well, Rich went to bed because he was mad. She walked away from him and then hung out with everybody else and then went to bed.
I was gonna say, Rico was on a different energy today.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was for better or for worse, but she was different.
I don't know. It's just, I just wish that she would talk to me. That's the biggest thing.
I think she's the type of person who's very... I mean, you would know her better than me, so I won't presume to know more about her, but... I don't know, she seems to be the type of person who logically understands that she needs other people to help her.
Right.
And feels like it is her job to be everyone else's pillar. And I think some of her resents that, maybe. And that might be where her anger's from. She didn't really tell me. I mean, we sat and caught up for a bit, but she didn't really tell me anything that you probably don't already know, but...
Well, I don't know. She's kind of lock and key sometimes.
She's very stoic. I actually admire that about her. Very difficult to read until she lets you get a read on her.
It's endearing and annoying at the same time.
I can understand that. It's frustrating when you know someone's mad and you want to give them that outlet to blow up. But you also, I mean, the flip side of that is people don't, there are people who don't want to blow up. That they won't feel better if they blow up, they will feel worse.
Go ahead.
I was just saying that maybe, I don't know, maybe an invitation to lay into you isn't what she needs. She needs something else. Some way for her to speak those emotions in a sincere way.
I mean, even then, again, just an outlet to talk is me, and I understand why she probably doesn't want to. Because I kind of fucked up a little bit. It looks like, I know it looks bad, but I didn't intend for it to be bad. I was just...
I mean, I'm sure she knows that. the reason she's not yelling at you is because she cares about you. And she doesn't want you to carry her problems. The same way you don't want other people to carry yours.
I know she's mad because she didn't ask anything about the GSW, which I don't have.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I have one to the, it was like dead center of the chest, right where the plate was. So the plate still has a little life left in it, but it's pretty fucked, and my chest is fucked as well. It's pretty bruised. But she didn't really ask, and that's how I know that she's mad. Usually she checks. But she seemed like she didn't want anything to do with the situation, which indicates that she's frustrated or annoyed or doesn't want to deal with it, which, like, again.
Or it's just triggering her.
Yeah.
And she needs space from it.
I miss having you in the PD. I know you're happy you're out of it, but I can't. Sucks.
Happiness is a... I'll be honest, I don't know that it necessarily matters whether I'm happier now or not, because I don't, you know, I don't really get the opportunity to look back, so.
No, not really.
I miss seeing all of you. In a regular way.
I mean, you still can.
I don't know, it's strange.
I probably feel strange, but I'm not going to treat you any differently. I mean, I may have to watch what I say around you with sensitive information, but...
I mean, likewise, ultimately.
Right.
I don't know, I just have a... I feel weird because I'll talk on the family radio and I almost feel like I'm intruding.
No, never. Not to me. And Malcolm's gotten over it.
It almost comforts me when he calls me a terrorist because it means he has enough stability about it to jab me in a humorous way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when I've told people constantly when they're like they'll start to make a joke about missing an eye and they'll be like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry, that's insensitive." I'm like, "Dog, just fucking send it. Just fucking send it. Humanize me. It's okay. I'm missing an eye. I know." I don't know. Because I know Rico's on there, and I don't think we have any issues, but at the same time, I mean,
She'll get over it.
I shot her, she shot me, and I don't think that ever really...
She will get the fuck over it. It's okay.
I mean, maybe. She doesn't owe it to anyone to get the fuck over it, though. I can understand not everyone is willing to get shot and be like, haha, we're friends the next day, so...
Does that make me a psychopath that I am?
No, it means that you have been trained exactly the way that we should have been trained, in that we understand that getting... And you know what? I should give Rico this credit, too. People shoot, and it's not personal, and it's just part of the job. And even on this side of things, I remember that. You can't hate every person who shoots at you. But, I mean, I understand if it's different with her and me. Even still. I don't know, it just feels weird to be on the radio and be like, hey, what are you guys doing? Can I come hang out? I just finished, you know, doing something.
Robbing a bank, allegedly.
I mean, the last thing I want... See, I guess what I worry about...
Making me, or Rich, or Malcolm, or Rico, what the fuck is the word I'm looking for?
I mean, the last thing I want is for me to be hanging out with you and then for you to hear, sorry, for a cop to show up and suddenly be like, oh, hey, Gal Norman has a warrant and you've been walking around with her or something like that.
I mean, I would check first.
I'll be honest, and I will tell you this sincerely. If I ever have a warrant, you can just call me and I will turn myself in.
Actually,
You don't need
hold
to
on.
make a deal of it. You can have someone else call me, actually. That's probably the better option. But if I ever have a warrant for anything I've ever done, I will never make a point of running from that. But in all sincerity, I do, well, I keep my nose as clean as I can.
I know you do. It's not, I'm not avoiding you, per se. Lately, it's just been a little hectic around here.
I mean, I'll tell you honestly, I was avoiding everyone in the Callahan Shaw family when HK was at war. The very last thing I need is to be around one of you when someone decides to slide on me, and I will never be the reason that one of you gets shot.
Understandable. I respect that.
I did apologize to Ed because I kind of went radio silent. Because I didn't really know how to tell him or you or anyone that, hey, I might get shot at any given time.
Well, I knew you were at war, so I didn't really...
If you can call it that, but yeah.
Yeah. I knew there was something going on, so I didn't really look too much into it. Because I knew it was probably a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So... The goodie bag was good. I haven't gave Joey yours yet. Actually, it's probably all expired. I kept missing her.
Might not be. I don't know.
Let's throw it
I'm
in the
still
fucking...
upset that you can't put booze in those things. I, like, made her some fucking fish bowls and shit.
Oh, what
and
the
then
hell?
I tried to put him... Yeah, and I tried to put him in there, and then it was like, God damn it. Should have just stuffed him in the backpack, honestly.
I'm getting to the point where I'm just ready to give up on everything.
Well, if you ever need someone to remind you that you shouldn't, I'm more than happy to be that person, though I think you have a family full of them.
Yeah, and they're great, right? But I literally just finished telling Imogen, if I tell you this, you cannot tell anybody.
You have my word.
I just finished telling Imogen that if it came down to it and I had to pick her or somebody else, I would pick her over everybody.
I would hope so.
Yeah, well...
I mean, as cold as it may sound, I would expect you to, like... It's difficult to play the this person or that person game because it's never as simple as whose life do I save kind of deal.
Right.
We like to think of it as a straight, I'm standing in front of two people, who do I take a bullet for type situation, but it's never that simple.
And as fucked up as it sounds today with the whole situation and the person that is causing me an issue, I knew that it was me he was after. I knew that it wasn't the family. He was getting to the family to get to me. And I didn't want one of them to get hurt just because of something that I don't even know what I did. I have no idea why he's after me. I have no idea why he's picking me up over everybody. I have no idea. There's no logical reason that I can think of in the last 7 months to why he's pissed at me.
People don't usually have rational reasons when they make a...
No, I know, but...
stalker situation out of something.
I knew it was going to be a problem. I knew he was going to cause a problem. And there was no way in hell I was letting any of them get shot because he's pissed at me for something. So yeah, I
hope he stops bothering you.
Me too. I factored that into everything, obviously, because it's me.
I will tell you that you can't sit there and wonder. I mean, everyone will find a reason to hate you,
Yeah, I know.
I think one of the most eye-opening things for me was realizing that Natalie Wynn didn't know who the fuck I was. She knew my name, but that was it. and I had built up some deep-seated hatred for her. And she could not for the life of her fathom what she had done to piss me off. And that's not her responsibility any more than it's your responsibility to know what this guy has against you. He fabricated some reason to hate you and has made that your problem.
Yeah, but he played mind games with my family, and that's something that I can't. I have lost a lot. I've seen too many people die in front of me that I cared really deeply about. And I really can't keep doing it. And it scares me that I have to. Maybe one day. And it makes me want to fucking run. And I have this thing where sometimes I will flee. Because I care too much and I can't sit back and watch people die. I'm really good at separating family from random people or other officers that I don't really care about, as fucked up as it sounds.
I mean, look who you're talking to. It's okay, I understand.
But when it comes to the people that I hold very highest of my love, care,
You'll do whatever it takes to make sure they don't get hurt.
right.
Yeah, I get that one.
And I'm just so... my wife calls me a pillar, I guess. I've been a pillar, a atlas, whatever the fuck you want to call it, for so long, taking on everyone else's shit.
A sponge.
Yeah, that I refuse to let them take on this, which is ironic and kind of stupid, considering the opposite is what I've been doing. And
Weren't you the one who always told me that it was...
the ecosystem, yeah.
The ecosystem is there to be used.
Yes.
You are part of that ecosystem.
I know. And I've used
and
it.
it makes them happy to care for you.
I know. But this is different. This is a matter of a crazy person that wants to kill me for some reason.
I know.
This
But it's
isn't...
still their choice to put their lives on the line. And I get that that's no comfort. I actually understand that that is no comfort to you, because at the end of the day, they're not the one who has to live with whatever sacrifice they may make.
They're not the one that has to be they're not the one that has to watch them be buried. They're already moved on and happy and moving through their...
Yeah.
whatever
They're
the fuck lives on.
wherever it is they went.
Yeah.
It's kind of the burden of the what is it, survivor's guilt, in a sense. You are... I used to tell people I don't get the privilege of being the one who dies.
You know how much easier my life would be if I did?
It's always easier to be the one who's dead.
I'm jealous
You
of
know what I-
Jericho a little bit, honestly. Bitch is lucky.
I think of some of the people I've buried and genuinely envy their, I think about where I would be if some of the people that I buried had buried me instead, and trust me, that is a dark path to think about.
I think about it a lot.
Yeah.
Mostly because this whole Connell thing, it feels like my dad hunting me all over again. And Oliver dying. And I just am panicking because
He's not going to hurt anyone you care about.
I know. But I'm panicking because this is exactly how it happened the last time. Started getting violent, started getting terrifying. We all got zip tied in the back of a fucking taxi. And then what happened to just be a chloroform rag ended up stopping my brother's heart. And he died in a bathroom.
I'm sorry.
And I can't keep doing stuff like this. I can't keep running from people that I'm scared that I'm gonna lose more people. And I just want to run before that happens. Flee and get out and make my life a whole lot easier, a lot lonelier and a lot more miserable, and maybe I'll just end up wasting away by myself, but I am so scared to lose people that I'm having trouble sleeping. I'm having trouble eating. I can't. My CFS is flaring up like a bitch. And it's all because I care about people. I could give two fucks what happens to me. I've been through enough. But to look at another monitor flatlining or to look at somebody else dying, I can't live with any more guilt. Because honestly, my dad had it out for me. He wanted to kill me. He didn't want to kill Oliver. He didn't want to kill Zell. He didn't want to kill Terry. He wanted to kill me because I was his eldest daughter, his second family. And he was very mad that I existed. And a part of me just wishes I had been the one with the chloroform rag, because maybe Oliver's heart issue wouldn't have been a thing and he'd still be here and he'd be able to give you some good fucking advice right now, but I'm not good at saying goodbye to people.
Me neither.
I'm very understanding because I've seen both sides of pretty much everything. I've stared at the face of what is probably skate park because I found the taser on one of them that they stole. I've stared at the face of skate park when they dropped me off a waterfall because somebody else fucked around and it was my due to pay because I have a badge just as much as the next person that fucked them over did.
I'll never get behind that mentality.
No, I know. But I understand, right? That makes sense.
Sort of. Kind of.
I've been the message for a lot of people's fuck-ups. And usually it was the first year in the city, employed with SASP. And I've understood. I even understand what you did. Sure, people got hurt. Sure, a person died. But at the end of the day, the message was sent and the message was received. And in my opinion, the PD's been a lot better since then. Maybe there's a few bad apples that ruin it from some other people, but as a whole, I believe what we're doing better.
I guess I can take a little bit of solace in that, but
I'm not mad at you for what you did. I don't hate you.
I believe you don't hate me, but I also think I don't know.
You've done what I've been unable to do my whole life.
I don't know about unable. I think I've done what you were smart enough not to do.
No. If I had been a different person and I had chose to go down my father's path, oh boy, would I be fucking a psychopath right now.
It's funny because I could probably say the same thing. Don't know what he'd think of me now, but this is certainly closer to the person he wanted me to be. They'd probably mocked me for being some wannabe street gangster instead of actually doing something that matters, but you know.
Yeah, well, one way or another, at least you're doing what doesn't make you miserable, which would be LEO, so.
I don't even know that being an LEO made me miserable. It gave me purpose. It gave me a sense of belonging, and it gave me a family, and I would never take back what I did all those years, but I would never take back the people that I've met and the people who I care about and love as a result of it. I did tell them in all sincerity I probably should have handed in my badge quite a few months before that incident, which is probably true.
Yeah, I'm debating handing in mine.
I won't tell you not to, but because I understand the dilemma, I understand that the tax it takes isn't just on you. It's on everyone around you. It's on the people you care about. It starts to feel like your fault when the people you care about are getting hurt.
Yeah. I've already
And
blamed
it is
myself
certain.
like 10 times over.
Yeah, well. As soon as I woke up in the hospital and found out that my attempt to settle things with Hogakai got all of them shot, that was not a great feeling to wake up to.
I don't know. I'm very tired. My body is constantly fighting me to do things. The fatigue has been fucking insane the last few days. I'm being an LEO for 2 years has definitely taken its toll. And I feel like my body is telling me to stop. Am I going to? Probably not. Is it out of obligation? Probably. Do I want to? Kinda. But I also... Go ahead.
What about Reyna 10 years from now? Do you think she'll still be a police officer?
Do you think she'll still be alive?
If I have anything to say about it, you're allowed to do anything you like but die.
By the time I'm 36 years old, oh god, I better be retired, living on a beach with my wife in a house, fucking sipping
Lord knows you
mimosas.
fucking earned a 30-year-old retirement.
Right? I don't need money. I don't need anything. I just need her, our dogs, and a fucking nice house that we could just chill out and exist.
That's the dream. Do you think you could... And I ask this... I guess you don't necessarily have to answer this, but do you think you could live with yourself just being happy, peacefully?
I feel like after 26 years of not knowing what the fuck love or anything of the sort, or a family, or what it's like to actually be happy with somebody and not just going along with it even though they just berated you and made you feel like you were a child all the time, I feel like I would be more than happy to just exist and relax.
See, I used to tell myself that all I needed was to just find a way to be at peace with everything I did, and I realized that, I don't know, I am kind of a hypocrite. I talk about peace and wanting to resolve things and everybody live happily and no more conflict, and yet I thrive on it.
Yeah, I would say that you're a big hypocrite, but that's okay. I am too. You're probably one of the biggest hypocrites around right now.
Yeah, I won't even fight that one, honestly.
But I say that bluntly because it's me and you.
No, honestly, I respect it. That's probably the most blunt thing you've told me since, so I appreciate that. That's a step in the right direction. I don't want people to feel like they have to walk around my feelings like, I mean, I know that it's probably more than that, but I don't want people to feel like they have to pull punches. I know what I did. I know it was stupid. I know that even though you say you understand, you have every right to be furious at me.
I was mad at first. I was confused and a little fucking frustrated. And then Mingo died. And I realized that in the scheme of things, I understood what you were saying. And I understood where your point of view was coming from. Sure, you did it the violent way, which is against everything that you were standing for, but I got it. My whole being is kind of just looking at somebody and just being like, why did they do this? What in their mind makes them think that that is something that they would be okay taking action on?
I couldn't bury another friend.
I know. I know where your angle was. I'm very calculated. People don't realize how much I observe people and realize, like, their motives. I don't say it often. I don't really.
You study people because you want to understand them, because you want to help them.
Yeah.
And
Bites
do
me
you
in the
really
ass a lot.
think? And I guess that's more so because my angle is I always feel like I need a battle to be fighting.
What up,
And
McDonald?
I feel like for you, you feel like there's always a problem you need to be fixing, something
Yeah.
you need to be helping. And that's why I ask, if you really did have your house with Imogen and your dogs and living peacefully, do you really think you could sit there and just be happy without anything to work on, anything, without any way to busy your mind, feeling like you are bettering the world? And
Maybe
I'm
I'll
not
write a
saying
book.
that's your responsibility, but
Maybe on that beach I'll write a book
that's not a bad idea.
talking about everything that I've been through and everything that people have been through. Give people some advice that I give my kids all the time. Maybe I'll retire, write a book, and then maybe it helps people, maybe it doesn't. But at least I tried.
I was going to say, you're absolutely one of the more insightful people I've ever met, so.
Maybe I'll be on Oprah. Even though the show's canceled, I'll be on Oprah. I think,
Yeah, what would you ever put under everyone's seat?
yeah, probably slime, just because it would be fucking funny. But like out of the container slime, individually unwrapped slime. So they touch it, they're like, "What the fuck is that?" And then one person gets a mouse in a box. I don't know. I don't know. My point is that I plan on, sure, making it to this wedding, getting the wedding, getting, I don't know, past the wedding and moving on. And 2 months ago, I told Imogen that I would give it 4 months. And by the time of the wedding, I would decide whether I wanted to keep being employed with the San Andreas State Police or I would move on, maybe go move somewhere else with her and live another life. Try to get away from here. Because I've been here since I was 14 years old. I don't know. I lived in Brooklyn for a little bit with AJ and my brothers. And I was fine. I was a rooftop warrior. You know the couch on the hill actually made it to the Brooklyn apartment complex roof?
That's funny.
I strapped the cushions up there, and I was like, this is the couch. And I would sit up there hours and hours on it, and it was a really fucking terrible rooftop to climb, because it was, like, very high up, and I had to climb a very rickety ladder to get up there, but I did it anyways, because I didn't care at that point.
It's okay. Apparently, I'm a rooftop warrior now, too. We have our own
Oh,
roofing
yeah.
company.
Hogakai the Rooftop Warriors. Let's go.
HK Roofing.
But I genuinely...
Those people made us a sick logo. I'm so happy they made us that logo.
I
That was
saw
so
it
cool.
around, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
Fucking sick. They made it to mock us, and we took it and made it ours. But you are undoubtedly one of the most insightful people I know. And I don't think you... I don't know, I think you try... I mean, innately you trust your own decision-making. That's why you are where you are. But at the same time, I think it's... You're this interesting dynamic of you trust your decision-making, but you beat yourself up for every decision.
Yeah. Logic. That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just hope you know that. No, you're not perfect, and no, you don't owe your perfection to anyone. But presuming you don't go and do something like what I did, I think people respect your decision-making skills. People respect what you do for you.
I know.
And if what you do for you is walk away, I mean, there are a number of times in my life where in the past 6 months, where I have literally stopped and actually thought to myself, how would Reyna deal with this?
What? That's crazy. Don't do that.
Hello.
Hello?
Where the fuck are you guys? Oh, there you are.
Downstairs.
Hello. Sorry, I didn't mean to probe. I didn't mean to, get terrorism all over your oasis.
Oh, it's okay. Do you want the box of the things, ma?
You can just put it down. Why are you walking like that?
Just out of breath, Was running a little bit.
Okay.
You're being cryptically vague.
Oh,
No.
we're talking about that later.
Talking about what?
You're dumbass.
Whatever vice it is you're indulging this time.
I just went for a jog.
Yeah, So you have to storm.
Okay, ma. Love you.
Love you too. Remember when I said pillar?
Yeah.
Sponge?
You want me to go talk some sense into him?
No.
I don't think he's quite as receptive to me. I'm not quite the role model he once looked up to. There's a part of me that's sad for him.
Yeah, I know. He'll figure it out. He's got good skills that I feel like he's developed over the last few months, but he just refuses to listen to them because he doesn't need to, because he has us. I mean, one day it's going to change, but for now,
It's funny because I think he was more cut out for police work than I ever was, honestly.
I don't even think I'm very cut out for police work anymore.
I think that's just the nature of police work is, you work there for 10 years, you get chewed up, and eventually you either die, get spit out, or retired.
I don't know. I can feel it in my whole body.
I mean, your body is quite literally telling you that it can't take anymore. And I'm grateful to hear that you're listening, because if you'd have asked me if you would have stopped if it meant literally killing you, I would have 50-50'd that.
Haha. My lungs are fucking, the greatest shape possible. They're 10 out of 10. I could run like 5 marathons.
Definitely. That sounds right.
Definitely could not just run 1 mile and fucking start wheezing like a fucking smoker. But, definitely could run 5 marathons.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, the muscles in my back, the fatigue, definitely doesn't bother me every day I look at myself in the mirror. I just am so over-existing.
I mean, both mentally and physically, the job takes its toll. Like I said, have I ever told you the extent of my nerve damage?
Yeah, I think you did. Can't feel nerves in some...
It's spotty. It's either nothing or a hot spot. There's weirdly enough, the gabapentin has actually helped with my nerve pain. Like, not just in my
I'm on
eye.
that too. Very nice.
Yeah, I was prescribed it a very long time ago, and funny enough, I only actually started taking it like consistently for my eye because something about nerve pain in your head is significantly less tolerable
Ugh.
than just like a
Yeah, no, I'm
searing
good.
pain on your collarbone.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
But it's fine. I don't know. It quite literally takes its toll on your body in very physical ways, and you don't owe your life to this job. There are ways to help people even beyond that.
Yeah, I know. I just feel like
Maybe don't do the ones that I did. In
I'm
fact,
not-
definitely don't ever do the ones that I did.
I don't know. Taking Alyssa's carbine and doing some crazy shit with it kind of sounds like a good idea.
Oh my goodness.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I was, I won't lie to you and say that it wasn't the most thrilling moment of my life to get to shoot a carbine at a helicopter, but looking back on it, that's kind of a fucked up thing to think about, so.
I mean, pop off. Some people have different things. I woke up
I feel better knowing who was piloting the helicopter.
Oh. Very nice. I will not legally comment.
Okay, I don't actually know who was piloting the helicopter. Definitely no one told me.
Yep, I already know. But, yeah, I don't know. The main thing is right now I'm just trying to figure out. I've never had her mad at me, so I'm trying to figure out how to navigate this kind of thing, which I'm just giving her space and time because I feel like that's what she needs. I feel like,
I think the best thing you can do for her is take care of you.
What? Like, I haven't not been doing that at all. What the hell?
I won't speak specifically to any incidents, but I will tell you that the number one thing that you can do for her, you and everyone in the family, the number one thing you can do for her is take care of yourself in any capacity that is possible, I will say, because I understand you can't control someone coming after you. That's well and truly beyond your control, but...
So no vaping?
No vaping. Have you been vaping?
No.
I mean, look, I'm not a snitch anymore. I'm not gonna go tell nobody. That's your beef with her, I guess. But if you have been vaping, yes, stop.
No.
That would probably help her a lot.
I haven't been vaping. I may have a stash of joints that I will delve into and I need them occasionally, once every few weeks, but I have not touched anything of the
I will tell you,
sort.
as a relapsing addict, that does not sound healthy.
Well, listen, I literally smoke once, like every few weeks, like genuinely.
And do you ever feel like you want to do it more than that?
It's not a cigarette, so no. It's just weed, and then if I want to, I'll just take an edible.
Fair enough. I don't have to mom at you. I trust your ability to care for yourself, but I really do think that's the best thing for her, is for you to just be good to yourself.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but I'm doing my best.
And give her space to speak what she needs to, which it sounds like you're more than good at. You sound like you invite her to speak her mind anytime. And I imagine she will in time. She's articulate when she means to be, and she is stoic when she doesn't want to.
A part of me just wants to be like, let's just duke it out right now. Go ahead.
Tell her to swing on you?
Just swing on me. Please.
See, that's the last thing she wants to do, though, because she doesn't want to hurt you.
I know, but it would be really funny.
She needs
it would be really funny.
Be the one.
I just look at her and I'm like, wife, let's just fucking duke it out right now. Run the ones.
Fucking do it. Floor me.
Are you gonna wake up here after, Storm?
Maybe not inside the house, but I can come back over here because, things and issues, but yeah.
Nice. Timing. I mean, they did fix vapes, so it'd be kind of funny. It's a joke, chat. Relax. I'm hee-hee-hawing at myself. No vapes. I know. I feel like that would just piss off everybody more. Oh, what the hell? Ghoulie, I'm kidding. It's fine. Everything's fine. Please don't take me seriously. I'm just fucking talking shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Relax. It's fine. Reyna knows where it is, too. She told her. She moved it, but she told her where it was. Roll really quick, chat. Ghoulie, roll. Go ahead, roll, dog. You better hope it's not a low number. Oh, wow. Look. Looks like you wrote that. And boys up in my say I got no soul. Did you copy that from somewhere else? Where did you do? My God. No, I would never. That's crazy. What if I tell you it didn't matter if you rolled or not? And just roll really quickly. A banana roll for advantage. Shit. I can't get in the server? No drugs for you. I want to finish my conversation. I almost went to grab the Coke on Callahan. Oh, Reyna would feel so fucking bad. I have a plan, okay? Man, dog, just fucking beat the shit out of Reyna, please. I'm also joking. I don't think she'll respond well to that. Teehee. Is it a bad plan? Is it evil? Or is it like funny hee hee ha ha moment? I'm not saying anything. Unless? I don't think the server's up. I think it died. Alright, well, I'm gonna work on highlighting things. Man, I hate that sometimes I just randomly name. I randomly name streams based off the song I've started stream on. And I named this one Titanium because I started listening to Titanium. And I fucking hate that this is the title of this song, of this stream. They do become ironic. I hate it. Server, let me in. Please. Oh, I'm lagging so much. God, you really do look like a gang member. Holy shit.
Hello.
Hey. I'm still stealing your girlfriend for a bit. Sorry, dog.
No, it's okay. I do have something for her, though.
We're at Americano.
Yeah, do you think?
Ah, my eyeballs are just dying right now. Hello.
Where are you?
I'm at Americano still.
Alright. I'll be there in a bit.
Okay, take your
You guys
time.
still talking?
Yeah, we're still talking.
Oh, do you want me to just come there after you're done talking?
Yeah, don't do anything stupid, please.
What do you mean don't say anything stupid?
Whatever the fuck had you fucking walking like that. Relax.
Huh? I was running.
Okay. Uh-huh. I also hunch over and fucking stumble over myself when I'm after running too.
Yeah, I was, I'm pudgy, trying to get rid of the excess weight.
Yeah,
So if you guys are talking, I'll come around after you guys are done talking.
it shouldn't be much longer, Malcolm. Please, take a deep breath.
Alright, I'll make my way there then.
Okay.
Alright, bye.
Man. How come Imogen gets mad and then all the kids start falling apart? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that's the thing is they need to understand that the reason she's mad is because they aren't taking care of themselves.
We both did the same thing to each other.
And frankly speaking, if I were to guess, I would say that's why she's getting mad is because, or rather not communicating that she's mad is because if she gets mad, people stop taking care of themselves.
Yeah, but whether she says it or not, we all know.
That's true.
She ain't good at hiding her emotions that well.
Nah, I mean, I don't think she's trying to hide it. I think she's just avoiding expressing it.
Yeah, I know. Still. Whoever put this plant so close to the door is a fucking piece of shit.
But I mean, she's not perfect either. She's got her own shit to work on.
No, I know. I don't know. It's a kerfuffle. The whole thing is just a shit show.
It's a very chaotic ecosystem.
I don't think it's even an ecosystem anymore, to be honest.
There does need to be, because it's sort of the other side of that coin, which is, yes, use the ecosystem. It's there. People care about you, and they will always care about you, and they will always help you. But the ecosystem is not a substitute for self-care.
Yeah. Listen, okay? I feel like I'm the one that doesn't use it enough. She's the one that doesn't use it enough. The kids use it a lot. It's not so much anymore. It's not like it was in December, where I was sponging everybody every 20 seconds.
I mean, with all the love in my heart for him, I will tell you honestly that Malcolm very openly has some crippling dependency issues.
Yeah. Then again, me too.
See, I feel like you think you have dependency issues, but in reality, well, your dependency issues are the opposite. You are under-dependent, whereas he is over-dependent. You fear dependency, whereas he fears independency.
I don't know. I think I have a lot of eggs in one basket, though. Like I said, sometimes I just want to fucking run.
Yeah, but you don't end up in a situation any better than you were before. You're just alone then.
Yeah, I know. Problems would be a lot less.
Life alone is simpler, but it's not always happier.
You know, Imogen and I met. My wife was dying. Well, it was a long time before that. in August, she got a checkup. Was on Alyssa's case. And then from there it snowballed to December, where I remember the date, December 3rd. She told us that she had a month left to live, if that. When I thought that AJ was gonna die the first time around, I put myself last, and that was the time of VK and LSR. So I was getting in shootouts.
VK, I've been briefly introduced to them. They've been making a comeback.
Yeah. I was getting shot pretty much every week.
I remember a time like that.
Yeah.
Not here.
But I was rough. I was going through it. I was in pain a lot of the time. I was struggling a lot of the time. Pretty sure at one point my neck exploded. I don't remember if that was later on. It might have been later on. Fuck, I don't remember the day.
Sorry, your neck exploded?
Yeah. I had a gunshot wound that, like, split open. Blood everywhere.
Oh.
It was gnarly. I don't know. Yeah. But, we met
Oh my god.
on a principle of...
Are you upstairs again?
Yeah, just give us a second. We met on the principle of I wasn't taking care of myself because I was taking care of Alyssa, and I wanted her to think that I was okay. We met on the principle of the fact that we got close, I should say. On the principle of she was the only one that really noticed that I was wasting away. Nobody else really thought about it too much. Which, I mean, why would they? It's a lot different time than in the city.
I was gonna say, I don't even know if it's that they don't notice, it's that they don't know that it's theirs to intervene, you know?
Well, they definitely
People can
tried.
tell when someone's limping or gasping or whatever, but ultimately they're like, many people will perceive it as, wow, what a tough soldier powering through the fact that her body is giving out on her.
Well, I mean, at the same time, I was helping a friend through a relapse of coke. So, I mean...
It's complicated.
Yes.
Understandably.
People don't really look deeper in the city. Sometimes they
Not
still
really.
don't.
It's easier to simplify people.
And, you know, it got easier. It was easy to waste away under everyone's noses because nobody really gave a fuck.
Sure. It's peaceful, even if it's not healthy.
I know at one point, there was a night where I begged her to just let me waste away. Just let me stop checking on me.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Dawson.
And I guess over time it spiraled. Because 8 months later, she did die. And Imogen never broke her promise and actually kept me from wasting away again. And we acted like we were dating long before we were even dating. I've loved her a very, 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 very long time. Sure, I may not have noticed it or acted on it or made a big deal out of it. Sure, I wanted to hurt myself by pushing her towards other people.
Where at?
I'm at the Americano house with Gal and Malcolm, I think. And I don't know. It kind of got... I got reliant. Dependent. What's the word? A lifeline. She became the only person in this entire city that could ground me at any situation.
She was your anchor.
Yeah.
That was what my therapist called my, well, it's what she called the person who was keeping me alive for a while.
I owe her a lot. But what I couldn't stand is the thought of her getting hurt on my account. Just like AJ, just like Oliver. I can't keep worrying about too many people anymore. It's literally taking a toll on my body, where my stress level and my anxiety level is through the fucking roof. And then my body is going into extreme fatigue sessions where I can barely fucking move. So I've pulled myself away a little bit and only focused on her.
And to a degree, I think that's healthy.
I hate it, but I have to do it because I literally am struggling.
It's a form of self-care.
Gross.
Unfortunate as that is, it is a form of self-care. You cannot be everything to everyone. At a certain point, people need to be able to be okay when you are not there caring for them. You can be that for Imogen, maybe. Even then, Imogen has to be able to take care of herself.
Oh, she can. She's a bad bitch.
Oh, absolutely. Imogen is...
God, she could kick my ass and I'd say thank you. Oh, God.
She's your wife, so I'll leave that to you, but...
Ugh.
She, is absolutely one of the strongest women I've ever met.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%.
She carries her stoicism, but doesn't hesitate to make herself known when she needs to. But I mean, I'll tell you exactly what I mentioned to her. You don't owe anyone that perfection, that ability to be there for everyone who needs you. People will say, I need you all the time. That list grows longer, especially when you're the captain of a PD and a mother to a seemingly perpetually growing family unit.
God damn it.
And, you know, when you have the complicated relationships you do with so many people, myself included, and at a certain point, it is okay for you to be like, I can't help you with that. Even to your own family. It can be gentle. It can be, I need you to figure this out on your own. I am here to love and support you, but I need you to be able to take care of yourself because I cannot do it right now. You know, you're whatever analogy you need. You've overdrawn the well, you're out of spoons. However you need to describe it, it is okay to be like, I can't today. I love you, but no.
Yeah. The only person I will never do that to is Imogen, but yes. I've started doing that a little bit.
The compassionate no. I think that's what my dad used to call it. Although he used it as he described it to me as a manipulation technique. It is a very genuine form of communication when used responsibly. Because I don't think any of them will ever doubt that you love them. I don't think Malcolm will ever doubt that you love them. I don't think Joey will ever doubt it. They have all seen that you would quite literally let your own physical health waste away to take care of them. And I think they know that. And I think they will understand if and when you ever need to say that. And in fact, I'm fairly certain I know that they would. I have no... You pick good company. You pick good family.
You know, she's never been mad at me before. This is the first time in almost 2 years that we've known each other that she's actually been, like, frustrated and mad at me.
Sounds healthy to me.
It is incredibly healthy, but it just makes me even more anxious because we've never navigated this part before, and I'm fucking terrified.
Sure, conflict in relationships is scary because it's this fleeting fear that, or it's this fear that, you know, it's this absolute fear that, oh God, this is the end. And that could not be further from the truth, honestly. The fact that you and Imogen are finally butting, I don't even want to call it butting heads, but, you know, not seeing eye to eye exactly.
Yeah, I think she's mad that I was even at Puppet Run to begin with.
Probably. She was probably mad that you were out in public in a position where a man would very clearly be able to find you, where he then later did shoot you. I can imagine. Because, you know, in her mind, that was... It was you putting yourself in the line of fire, and as grateful as I am that that hit you in the vest, it could have hit you in the head, and I think she knows that and is thinking about that and doesn't like to think about that and is mad that, I don't know, this would be more sincere coming from her because this is all conjecture.
I know. It comes to the point where it was either going to be them, him trying to use them to get me to get out of hiding, or me just getting out of hiding to begin with. And I hate being bait, but Ed said I was kind of like bait, and I was like, unfortunately, yes.
Why do you think I told Hogakai my name when they asked who shot their man?
I know. It's just, he wants me. He's getting to my family to get to me. He's playing mind games with them to get to me, and I can't just sit back and just be like, yeah, you're right, I'll just hide in the house. Who in their right mind would be like, yeah, you know what? You guys get kidnapped, get tortured by this guy to get me out of hiding.
Yeah, that was... I weirdly...
I will not be able to sleep with myself if something happens to them because I would decided to do furniture in a house all day.
Yeah, I get that. And I
So,
didn't ever expect you to honestly be able to do that, which is why it's such a mess.
Yes, and I get it. I was kind of stupid. I get it. I know.
I repeat, Houston, we got a weirdo.
But at the same time, I mean, look where he is.
Indeed.
Sure, it ended up fine. And sure, it ended up okay. And sure, I have a massive bruise across my sternum from a fucking bullet impact, but it didn't hit me. And yes, I shouldn't be playing with fire when I get shot at every day, but...
You did what you needed to keep the people close to you safe, and you will have you will never hear me disparage that. That's...
Loki Crack, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Weirdos. I get it, like, I understand if it was the other way around, I would be fucking... I'd be like, what are you thinking? But if it was the other way around and she had pissed off somebody, she would do the same thing.
Sure. It's always the... I mean, everyone's got a little bit of a martyr in them. Everyone with at least a sense of compassion for the people they care about. Everyone has that part of them that says, you know, oh, I'd take a bullet for this person. And for some people, that's more real than others, but... You do what you have to do to keep the people close to you safe, and that won't always make them happy, and...
I was fueled by the fact that last night I woke up to a bajillion nightmares of just issues. How the fuck do I say this? It was just kidnapping and all this other shit and Alyssa dying over and over and over again. It was just repeatedly. It was just flashing from Imogen to Alyssa over and over and over. And I didn't sleep at all, really. I stayed up. I held my wife and I was just praying that the next day he just fucked off. Because there's nothing I can do.
Is he going back? Because I know he had from what I understand, he had some sort of thing that was keeping him in jail.
No.
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 So he is going to be released again.
Yes. So I had repeated nightmares over and over and over again, and then I just gave up on sleeping. I just couldn't do it. There was no part of me that was just like, yep, I can sleep tonight. I dozed very, very briefly, and then if I fell too deep, I woke myself up. It was like that kind of sleep. And I was just staring at the door, just waiting for it to open or something bad to happen. And I hate that because it comes from a place of where I grew up. It comes from a place of the fact that I watched one wife die right in front of me. And Oliver and my father, whether I liked him or not, I did watch him die. And I don't know. I can't really do it again.
It's not really ever something you get used to.
No.
Whether you like them or not.
So yeah.
Anyone that has a name to you, it's...
My actions today were based off that. Sure, it was kind of stupid. Sure. I understand. But I literally could not stand the thought of her being scooped up, or Joey being scooped up, or Rich and Rico were together, so I didn't have to worry about it, but it just...
I was gonna say, Lord help the man who tries to scoop Rico Rico's around.
Robin, thank you for the raid! I don't know. My brain went into survival mode and desire to not be in this spot that I was 8 months ago now. Almost 9. And I'm just, I can't do it again. So, yeah, tomorrow when he probably gets out, or the next day, I'm going to be ready, but I also... I can't protect them forever. I can't keep that thing. I'm going to have to talk to him. And I feel like if I had just talked to him, we wouldn't be in the situation in the first place, but I just completely ignored him because I know his history.
I don't think he's rational. Most stalkers aren't. If you get in a room alone with him, he will probably just take that opportunity to A, try to kill you, or B, get inside your head and get you to... I mean, one way or another, he is attempting to inflict pain on you. If he gets the opportunity to do that physically, he will. If he can't do it physically, he will do it psychologically. He will do or say whatever he can to hurt you.
I mean, it's honestly no different than my father, so... Like I said, I've been here before.
Oops, sorry, I lost my voice there for a sec, but I would be the last person to tell you that you shouldn't have done what you needed to do to keep your family safe. They may not understand. And they don't have to understand everything you do.
No, I know. I wasn't trying to be a hero. I was trying to...
You were trying to keep them safe. You were doing it. You were doing the only... You did the math. Like you said, you're calculating. You sit there. You think about it. You did the math. You were in your head. And what you came to the conclusion of was the only way that this ends without anyone I care about getting hurt is if I allow myself to at least be somewhat vulnerable so that he has me instead of anyone else.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now, in a weirdly haunting parallel, you want to go find him yourself and settle your issue with him personally. And I will tell you that that does not end the way you think it will.
I didn't think so. That's playing with a line of fire that I don't want to be in. Maybe I should have just went and talked to him while he was locked up in the cells.
I was going to say, take it from me, it's not worth whatever he may do to you. As much as I think I rock an eye patch pretty well, I would not like to see anyone else wearing one.
I know. I've been tortured before. It's not fun.
I still giggle when people use the word torture, and legally it makes sense. It just makes you giggle when people describe what she did to me as torture.
Yeah, I guess what happened to you and me is way different.
I was lucky. I was not put in any sort of situation where I felt like I did feel like my life was in danger, but I did not feel like I knew that if I died, that was the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was stabbed, and then I was kidnapped by the same guy because he lost his job over stabbing me. So then he sunk a knife in the same spot he stabbed me before, twisted it. I was gushing blood. I've never seen so much blood come out of me so quickly. And then he would take baseball bat and just slam me in the hands, in the chest, in the legs. I don't know how I still stood, to be honest. And then he carved the K in the back of my hand. And then they carried me outside, and they called 911, and they made me call 911, laid me there as bait, and then shot the fuck out of the cops that responded.
That just doesn't seem, I don't know, rational. But I guess most
Definitely
people
not.
who go to enact that level of suffering are not typically thinking rationally at that point.
Oh, no.
Either way, you have my understanding. It's an unfortunate balancing act. The more we do to protect people, especially when it's without their consent.
I know.
It's like it's a no-win situation. Because, like you said, you either live with the guilt of the possibility that one of them gets hurt, and knowing your kids, one of them absolutely would find a way to get hurt. Be it Joey deciding that she's going to go on a bike ride with someone who has been threatening her family, or, Rich hopping on their radio. Although he's a police officer, I hope he's got a little bit more of a head on him now.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that shit.
But, point being, you are not irrational in your fear that one of them is going to get themselves hurt by him, because in the weirdest way possible, they seem to seek it out. And
yeah, Rich wanted to call him, and I said, no, you're breaking the TRO. And then Joey wanted to go talk to him. And I was just like, guys, hello.
yeah. And
the only reason I wanted to talk to him was to settle it, but I'm breaking the TRO anyway, so...
yeah, and as much... and the unfortunate answer is... they're adults. They can make their decisions, but I guess they don't realize... they don't see it the way that you, me, and other people who've been in this situation are, which is on a level. Their lack of ability to care from their lack of concern for their own safety in a certain way is selfish. And I don't mean that as they are selfish people, but they don't realize that by putting themselves in danger and saying, I'm fine, don't worry, I'm fine, they're basically putting the impetus on you to either say, okay, I trust you, or,
stress
okay, I trust
out.
you, and then, yeah, okay, I trust you, then they get injured, and that's on your head, or, you tell them no, you get in a fight, it turns into a fight, and then now you're disagreeing with them, and yada yada, and that's why, you end up just doing something that takes the decision out of their hands, which is what you did, where you put yourself in the line of fire, because now they don't get the opportunity to put themselves in danger. You're the one in danger.
Well, I'm the one that stemmed from in the first place, so...
Sure, but it's not... don't mistake that for this being your fault.
I don't know, it feels like my fault.
People pick the most random reasons People will pick the most stupid things that you would not even think of. Things that don't make sense to be mad about. Have I told you how I got lit on fire?
I think so.
Some stupid motherfucker decided that me making him dig through trash for a taser that he hid in a trash can, he decided that was enough reason to light me on fire. Like, I have done thousands of
Someone
things.
just caught fire downstairs.
Oh my god.
I heard it.
Is that like a we should go check?
No, it's a, they'll figure it out.
You know, I respect that answer.
I'm not running after every kid that lights himself on fire, man. Ain't no way. But yeah, I don't know. I know I know it comes with the job. I'm well aware of how it impacts me, and I know that in return, that's always been my worst fear, that it impacts them. And I've had this fear, and they know it. They all know, especially Imogen, that I have this fear that one day my job is going to cost them their lives because of something that I did or say or do, and it's my worst fear. It's one of the biggest fears that I have.
Well, I haven't. That's why I don't do family very well.
It's probably why I want to flee so fucking bad.
I don't know. I'll tell you what I told myself, which is you have to believe that the good that comes from it is worth the risk.
It is. And I wouldn't leave Imogen.
No.
There's no part of me that would leave her.
I don't believe you would run from them as much as your impulse. There's always a part of you that wants to, but I don't feel like you would ever just leave them behind.
No. I can't do that. I can't leave her. That's my person.
But you have to remember that they choose to be a part of your family.
Yeah, I know.
They know what comes with the territory. They're not dumb. Joey understands. She talks to psychopaths for her living.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, her talking to a psychopath also puts everybody else at risk, so.
Right, which is sort of the
Issue.
carelessness on her end. Which also ends up probably tracing back to the type of thing Imogen is frustrated about.
Yeah, the one thing that I couldn't understand is after the whole thing happened, they were yelling at us for communication. I was just like, what are you talking about? It was a kerfuffle of a shit show. It didn't make sense. The radio comms were the issue, but I don't understand.
Radio comms during what?
She's getting shot at.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was in Civ mode. I don't know.
Believe it or not, you don't actually owe it to them to be okay in that situation. You're the one who got shot. They can yell at you all they like, but at the end of the day, you're the one who got shot, and they can suck it up and deal with the fact that maybe you weren't on top of your game while you were trying to relax.
Yeah, I know. I don't pretend to be perfect. There's a lot of flaws. I have a lot of issues. I'm a very damaged person. As much as I am told not to use that word.
I like to think of the word as imperfect, but
I'm damaged.
I mean, so is everyone. But not to devalue what
I know.
you've been through. It's just sort of...
When I was having the first few symptoms of CFS where it was like getting bad, I talked to Imogen and I basically like looked at her and I was just like, how many times does a mirror have to shatter before you can't physically put it together again? Like, how many times do you have to try to glue the pieces back together and make some semblance of a physical aspect in the frame before it just is impossible because it's dust.
How many times can the body break before it stops reassembling itself?
Exactly. And then that was about the time that I realized that I needed to stop being such a pillar because I was going to kill myself in the process.
Sure. And, you know, as much as Malcolm struggles to take care of himself, even now with whatever he's struggling with, he's 30 years old. He's made it this far. And I don't think that whatever he's going through is going to kill him, but at the same time, he wants help. But he also needs to be able to face these things on his own.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. The worst thing is that I just keep waiting for her to text me.
Yeah. Fighting with people you love is never a good feeling.
I don't even think I'm fighting. I just trying to figure out how to give her space and trying to figure out what she needs because I've never had her be this towards me. I've been a shithead a lot, and she's been very tolerant of it, so the fact that she's mad now is making me very stressed.
Just tell her that honestly.
I'm a fucking asshole. Why is she...
I mean, maybe not the whole, you know, you should hate me, but maybe more to the,
You should hate me! Fucking beat me up! Not really.
Tell her that, I mean, you tell her that you love her and you care about her and you want to know how to help, but you don't know how. You want to give her space, but you want her to know you love her. And Imogen's strong. She'll be okay on her own. And I don't think she's ever going to doubt that you care about her. I think she has had that proven to her time and time again, and I have the strangest feeling that she would not be marrying if she wasn't sure that that was true.
I was actually kind of scared she'd be like, yeah, the wedding's off.
No. I cannot fathom that being the case, but...
Oh, God. I would cease to exist.
That is a far extreme that I don't think you are anywhere near. I think that is just your anxieties telling you the worst case scenario.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm very patient, but not when it comes to conflict. I
understand.
Just
sitting there and doing... Sometimes the best thing you can do is sit and do nothing. And believe me, as a fellow person who always likes to be doing something to fix the problem, that is the most agonizing thing you could tell me. Is that the solution is to sit there and let things figure themselves out? Because my answer is no, I can help. No, let me help. I want to help. I want to make this better. And half the time the answer is just good. Then don't touch.
Ugh, I hate that.
As long as you've communicated that you are here and ready to listen when she reaches out, I think she will do that.
How the fuck do I even word that, man?
You are profoundly communicative in your love for her. And I don't think she will ever miss that.
Man. This is why I would rather her just start screaming at me. I'm really good at listening when people start screaming at me. God.
That's a lot to unpack. That's a fucking lot to unpack.
She's being gentle with me, and I think that that's what's driving me insane, is that I just know that she just probably wants to smack the shit out of me for being stupid.
Or maybe that's just what you expect.
That's crazy. Don't dissect me. What the hell? That's fucking insane. I don't know. I want her to just, like, look at me and be like, you fucked up. You're fucking dumb. Never do that shit again. And I can be like, yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry. I will never do that again.
Why do you think I sat there and asked you 7 or 8 times if you were mad at me?
I was never mad at you.
So is it so hard to believe that maybe she's not... I mean, no matter how many times you ask her, she tries not to use the word mad. She says frustrated, which is Believe me, I
Oh,
very
God.
clearly pick up on how much you articulate that you're not mad at me, you're frustrated.
Like, just kick me, dog.
Jesus Christ.
I don't...
No, I get it. Sometimes you need someone to, like, you do. You need a firm hand that, like, you need someone to come up and basically look at you and tell you what you need to do almost.
She's very gentle. She's been gentle with me from the start. It was one of the things that I used to tell her all the time was very different from AJ, is that she never faulted me for anything that I did or happened to me or whatever. She only was understanding and patient and kind, and this is a whole different ball game because I've actually done something to frustrate her on a level that she's never been frustrated before because it wasn't something I said. It wasn't something that,
I don't even think it's something you did, and I don't think it's you specifically. It is just a compound of things. I don't think finding a single source for her anger is feasible.
No, I know. You're right. But it's all at the same time. It's just like, man, just fucking vent. Just go on a rant. Just do that thing that you do where you just lose it and you just go on the longest ass tangent. You keep going. Your hands are waving in the air. You're not yelling at me, but you're just like, what the fuck were you thinking? Da 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 da. Just like, give me some tough love and just, I don't know.
Maybe that doesn't make her feel better.
Maybe it doesn't. Whatever.
That might be the help you need, but maybe that doesn't.
Whatever
Maybe
makes her
that's
feel
not
better.
The person she wants to be.
Maybe not. You're right. But at the same time, I feel like she's so good at bottling it up that she just needs to let it explode at one time.
Oh, I will absolutely back that one. Actually, that was almost literally something I told her. Take it from me as the expert of someone who bottled things up for far too long. Don't do that.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea. It ends in terrorism.
And she should do it to me, because I won't cry over it. I'll just be like, yep, how do you feel? After it's all said and done. Because Malcolm would cry like a little baby. He would just start whimpering.
Funny. That's not funny. I'm sorry.
No, it's hilarious because if she like unleashed her inner rage and she just ran on a fucking rant and went haywire, like she went fucking popped the fuck off, right? Let's just say she went off the chain. If she did that, I would probably just stand there and be silent and just be like, yeah, you're right. Now, in the very end, I'd be like, okay, do you feel better or do you need to let other things out? Because I understand. I get it. Getting to the level of bottling it all up where it just explodes. I feel like
but
Malcolm...
It's not even that. It may not even be that she wants to vent. It may be that she literally wants something to change, and she knows that yelling is not how you get change to happen.
Man,
that's how you get your anger out. That's how you get your frustration out. But if you want change, yelling is not typically the answer.
Yeah, I know. I'm just used to it, which is my go-to of like someone's frustrated, yell.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. Trust me, I'm very much the same person. Like I said, my entire thing, like in the following of my terrorism thing, my entire frustration was, how is Reyna not yelled at me yet? How has she not yelled at me? I did the most fucking awful thing. How has she not yelled at me?
I don't yell at anybody for most things. Because I usually take a deep breath, I step back, and I look at it from an outside perspective on both sides. And I will never do anything other than that.
And I think that Imogen is very much on that same page.
Man. Be kind of hot if she beat my ass, though, not gonna lie. Reyna, please.
Do you understand how often I have to refrain from being like, yeah, your wife is super fucking hot?
Dog, she's so hot. Oh,
your
God.
Your wife is smoking hot, and I will unapologetically tell you how jealous I am that you get to sleep with that woman.
Oh, God. Like, oh, God, you have no idea how lucky I am.
Oh, my gosh.
Man. I'm so incredibly lucky, and that's why it stresses me out so much, because there's...
You're afraid to lose it.
I've already lost so much.
It's your sanctuary. She's your safety, your happiness, your joy, the source of what gets you up in the morning.
You're gonna make me
and
cry.
You cling to that because you do not ever want to lose it.
Yeah. Pretty much. She is the one person that's keeping me here. She asked me to quit my job, I would do it without question. Maybe I would.
That's exactly why she never would.
Yes.
She would want you to do it for you, not for her.
If she asked me to quit my job, if she asked me to, like, sell my business, if she was just like, you need a break, I will take a break.
I mean, it sounds like you are taking a break because you do need a break, especially with all this stalker business. Absolutely, you need a break.
I feel like it's safer for me to be on duty with a panic button readily available, to be honest.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you also have to
And
remember the stress that comes with being on duty and what that does to you. Even if it does technically make you safer, it takes a different toll on you.
Yeah, I know. But, I don't know. I love that woman more than I think I could describe in words. And there's nobody else I want to spend the rest of my life with. And there's nobody else that will ever meet the level of care and love that I have for anybody. And that's the end of my line, is her. If I don't have that, I don't care what happens. She saved me more times than I can count. And not in the doctor sense, because yes, she saved my life multiple times. But she's also saved me in a different sense, where she pulled me from a deep, dark swirl of spiral that I was going down. And it was like more than once. Maybe twice, maybe 3 times.
Maybe you need to show her that you can save yourself.
Well, I'm not doing anything stupid. I'm having a conversation. I feel like that's smart. And I'm in here about to do furniture things. I feel like that's smart. I'm not being stupid.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I was doing this before everybody was like, yeah, I'm gonna chopsticks. We're gonna open chopsticks by ourselves.
Yeah. I want to tell you honestly, if it ever bothers you, because I will tell you that I do occasionally listen to the family radio, even when I'm not talking on it. If you ever want me to stop listening in on the family radio, I will absolutely.
No, I don't care. Just don't get arrested on it. That'd be very, very, very bad.
Nope. I will cut you off right there and say that anytime I'm even carrying something that I shouldn't, I am off the family radio.
I'm not worried. I know you're smart. One day won't matter. Because I won't be a captain and it won't matter anymore.
Yeah. Believe me, the last thing I need to do is complicate your job.
It's fine. Figured out one way or another. Either I get fired or I quit. It's usually how it ends. Or I die.
Let's not look for that ending.
I don't really want to. If after all this time PD's the thing that takes me out, I'm rioting.
It's funny because I was used to joke around when I would work and smoke and think about how often I smoked, and I would always be like, no, it's fine. Honestly, I'm 99% sure that this job is gonna kill me. What's lung cancer got on a bullet?
That's what I used to say. And then my lungs actually said, guess what, bitch? Surprise.
Surprise, we're here sooner than you thought.
It's okay. It also comes with the fact that my dad and my mother grew up smoking, and then I was in a house fire. So I think that combined with the fact that I was smoking cigarettes at 14 and vapes at 14 and then continued on and off throughout my adulthood. Kind of a recipe for disaster. I don't know. Kerfuffle, that's what it is.
Do you know when I used to get shot and I was laying on the ground? I used to always keep a cigarette in my vest.
Did you smoke it while you're bleeding out?
Because yes, quite literally, I would lay on the ground and I decided, because I had a bet with someone that I would find a way to die of anything but police-related violence. And I figured maybe I could get the cigarette to kill me before the bullets did.
There's no fucking shot. That's kind of smart. I should do that. Hold a
But
vape
also,
pen
it
in
was
my
just
butt.
kind of a, you know what? If I'm gonna die on the ground, I want one more cigarette. If this is the last thing I do, I'm at least gonna have a nice little brain buzz before I go.
Understandable. Honestly, you know, you may be onto something. Maybe I'll do something like that.
I don't know. Keeping a cigarette within arm's reach for a recovering smoker wasn't a great plan, though.
Well, okay. Fuck.
I mean, Rain, I'll level with you. I have fully relapsed. I smoke every day again, and that is something I will eventually either answer for or work on.
Hope it's not answer for. Are you both okay? Are you still in the house? Uh-oh. Malcolm. I swear to God, if he's being fucking stupid. Did he burn? Did they actually burn? Dawson! Malcolm's asleep in this room. He's okay.
All right,
Fucking gave me a heart attack.
Dawson's fine. He's over, literally staring into the corner for some reason.
Oh. I just saw the quote. Oh, man. So if I were to set up walls, how the fuck would I... Hold on. It's like, this should be open concept, right? And then have all, like, the rooms or the...
So, Dawson liked to use mattresses.
I think he used these.